I'm just going to do a little drive and talk because I've got something to talk about. Some would say you've always got something to talk about, but what I mean by saying this is I've really got something to talk about, something that's peeing me off. And yeah, technology. I love technology. I'm a technology freak. But there are some technologies that are just starting to wind me up. Yeah, it's starting to wind me up. And I think you know what I'm going to say, some of you, because I'm sure it's starting to wind you up as well. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have the same thoughts as myself now. All right, oh, just got to be careful here. This car was coming up quite quickly. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you have the same thoughts as myself, that this new thing is becoming a pain in the butt, especially as a YouTuber. I've been on YouTube for this November will be 2 years. Yeah, guys, that's how time flies, yeah? Well, when I say 2 years, I've had a YouTube account for like 15 years. Yeah, guys, I've had a YouTube account, but it was in November 2023 that I decided to send some video to my wife's family, ultimately my family in the Philippines, and say a month or 2 months or so after that, I started gaining views and I decided to take YouTube content creation, that's the word I'm looking for, YouTube content creation seriously. So that's the YouTube side of what I'm doing, but I've seen an increasing amount of AI stuff. That's the word now, guys. I've said it, AI. And don't get me wrong, I love AI for what I use it for, which is to gather information, to check on something. I'll ask Gemini or Copilot, etc. There's so many of them. Gok or whatever they call it, that Gok thing, and you know, there's so many AI things you could use, you know, software that you can use to find information, clarify certain things, etc. But what I don't like and what's starting to pee me off is AI on YouTube specifically. And maybe Instagram, etc., TikTok, all this kind of stuff. All these platforms that people want to put stuff up on and they can't be bothered to bring original content, which is what they have done. Don't get me wrong, they have done it in some shape or form, obviously. You know, they've gone on the PC, they've input the prompts for the AI to do its magic, yeah? And if you're good at doing that, then that's kind of a talent, you know, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, you can write the right things down, give the right prompts to extract the video or picture or AI content that you're looking for. So yeah, some people are better than others at doing that. But I've noticed on YouTube, which is my platform specifically, so many AI generated content. It's depressing. I was looking for, I don't know why, I've kind of got a thing about, because I'm a biker, ex-biker if you want to call it. I passed my test years ago. I've had a few motorbikes, Yamaha Phaser, can't remember the names now. Anyway, and then I went into scooters, Piaggio 3-wheeler scooters for more comfort, and my missus preferred that at the time. I had the Yamaha 3-wheeler scooter as well because she didn't like the 2-wheeler ones, and she said, oh, I don't feel too safe on the back of that, so I got 3-wheelers. And then last year I got rid of my Piaggio, can't remember the name now, but anyway, I had one of those. Got rid of it last year because it was just sitting there not being used. And I don't know why, for some reason I've kind of got the bug again to get a another three-wheel scooter. Maybe not necessarily in this country, but if I go abroad, because I ultimately, hopefully one day want to spend quite a lot of my time in the Far East, in Asia, somewhere, Philippines, Thailand, those are the two, and Malaysia, those are the three kind of main places that I would like to look at relocating, or not necessarily relocating, but living there, you know, for a good stretch of the time, you know, a few months. And I've always said I'd love to do motorcycling tours with a group, a club, motorcycle club, etc., in one of those countries. And because my missus doesn't want a two-wheeler, to get another three-wheeler. And I was looking at these Can-Ams, the Can-Am Spiders specifically, Spider RTs, sea to, or air to sea, sea to air, something like that it's called. So anyway, one of those, the top version, which might not be worth it, but hey. But they've got other models, yeah? The Riker, which is the cheaper model. And so I was looking at those and trying to get information and just basically dreaming. You know, when you dream about something and you kind of start checking out the specs and going through the reviews and stuff like that. And then suddenly, all I saw looking for things was AI generated content. Not a lot, but a lot with good reviewers. I found a few good reviewers in America, especially. It's quite big in America. Massive in America. Can-Ams, three-wheelers. I'm telling you guys, I didn't know it was so big in America. They're a Canadian company, Bombardier, and they are absolutely massive in America. Loads of clubs with Can-Ams, because it gives a more relaxed touring riding environment. You can just chill, go along. It's got speakers on it if you want them, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Listen to music. Similar to the Honda Gullwings, the Honda Trikes, etc. So it's in the trike family. But I'm telling you, the amount of AI generated content just like made me really peed off. Then I said, oh, let me look for a helmet. What helmet would I get with it? And I'm looking at helmets, and I found a helmet that I really liked that fit my needs, because I always got my helmet that I've currently got now, which is out of date because I haven't ridden for so long, because usually you can only keep a helmet for a certain amount of years before you got to change it. It was a not a full face, well, it is full face, but modular. They call it modular, which means I can have it as a full face helmet and lift the lid to obviously create air, talk to people, etc. I find that was my perfect helmet. I don't like a helmet where I've got to be tugging it off and all that kind of stuff. Just didn't work with me. Even when I had my scooters and me phaser, Yamaha phaser back in the day, etc., just didn't want a full face. Always had a modular helmet. So I thought, oh, let me look for a modular helmet. A few years have gone by, look for a smart modular helmet with an integrated camera maybe, or, you know, just all the mod cons, yeah? Checking. So many. Check it out, guys. All you bikers out there, if you want a smart helmet, go on YouTube, type in smart helmets, best smart helmets, whatever, and you'll see a ton of AI generated reviews. Don't get me wrong, some of them are okay because they do the top 5 and things like that. And I did get some ideas from ones that I've never heard of. Some of them, I wonder why they're showing it, because some of them are bust. They're not selling them anymore. Jarvis was one of them. So many AI generated reviews. I saw it said Jarvis, top cameras on it, you know, 4K camera, this, that, all this kind of stuff. Bust. Yeah, it was a Kickstarter project a few years back, and I just went on the Kickstarter page today, and loads of people asking for their money back because the company can't deliver. So yes, AI generated stuff's giving out wrong information, crap information. So you gotta sort the wheat from the chaff, as they say, because not everything's good. But as I said, what really peed me off was the amount of AI generated stuff on there. It was incredible. I look at the numbers, yeah? If you're a content creator that's made a video, yeah, about, for argument's sake, my new Samsung Z Fold 7, yeah? Yeah? I've made a video about that as a human. I've made it, created it, chopped it up, chucked it up there. And then there are people out there that will make 1,000, 2,000 AI generated videos, yeah? AI generated videos. They chuck in a good thumbnail, they put a good title. You've done the same thing, obviously. They've put in their keywords, done everything what you've done. The only difference is that they've done it AI generated and you've done it yourself. Out of those 1,000 AI generated videos, you're one humanized version that's got to get through all those AI generated ones. So if I put in a search, a keyword search, to watch a review or specification list, etc. of the Samsung Z Fold 7, they'll pop up before me because there's so many of them. That's my logic. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a algorithm man. Yeah, I don't know how it works really. All I know is that sometimes you think, I don't know how I ain't got no views, you know, and sometimes you think, oh, I got good views. That's the way it works. It surprises you. There's no hard and fast rule. You chuck a video up and it's gonna get a lot of views, yeah, even though you put a lot of effort into it. Sometimes your least effort that you've put in a video is the one that's got the most views, and the ones you've put a lot of effort in, you got nothing, hardly anything. So that's the way it works, guys. It's a funny beast, and AI is making it worse. A few years back, before my time on YouTube, maybe 5-6 years ago, you didn't have to deal with AI generated content in the amount that it is today. Maybe there were a few people that looked ahead and they got on the bandwagon early with AI generated stuff. So I'm sure some people did it, but it wasn't on the scale as it is now. So many AI generated videos are out there, guys. It's swamped YouTube. And it's going to be difficult for people like me and others generating content themselves to find their way through all that AI stuff. Because as I said, I tested it out and yeah, I couldn't find much on the Senna Impulse helmet that I was looking at. Did I mention that to you guys, that I was looking for that helmet? Anyway, it was the Senna Impulse helmet because I do like modular helmets. And yeah, pure AI generated stuff kept coming up. Loads and loads of stuff. I didn't like it. Plus, it happens to other things that I search for. So, I've reached where I'm getting to, guys. I've got where I got to. So, that's my kind of rant, and that's what I'd like you guys to know what I'm thinking. I don't like AI on YouTube. They've got to cut it down. YouTube, you've got to curtail it in some way. I don't know how. It's swamping YouTube. Too many people are doing it, and it's pushing back the proper content creators that want to give human information, not robot. So many times I switch something, the thumbnail's great, the title's great, it says what I want to ask for. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. I press play and it's, I can tell straight away it's a robot. They don't say 1080p, 1080. Oh, right, okay. Can't you say 1080p? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. You know, it can't say it. You can tell when it's an AI generated voiceover. It's terrible. I can't stand it. You know, it just winds me up. So I'm kind of a bit deflated in that regard in the YouTube field, because I can see that's just the way it's going. So, and it's just swamping YouTube. It's exploded in the last few years. So many people are doing it now, and a large portion of those people are doing it via AI generated content. So anyway, guys, that's my rant for today. Until the next video, I will catch you guys later.
Oh.